Well, hello. Hello, I didn't see you there. I was searching for the Laboom Squad in my Great Explorers book. What's up, folks? Beautiful book. Just saying. Big breath, big breath. How you guys doing? Come on in. We are in fact live this evening on Thursday at 9 p.m. and 1 minute and 33 seconds. How you guys doing? Oh, the weight loss is coming. I can see myself. The fasting is paying off. You guys ready for a lesson? We have 3 minutes of ramble time. Did I use up 2 minutes already with that Explorer book? We are going where no man or no woman has gone before. Hey guys, let me know. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Laboomers? I'm obviously excited. I'm obviously pumped up. I'm obviously hashtag blessed. Hashtag blessed. I am pumped up because of the halfway mark. We're halfway done, guys. Is the mic picking up? I can't hear myself because of a little bit of a new setup. A little bit of a new setup. A little improvement. We're good? Thank you, guys. Okay. Today is what? Let's see. What are we covering today, guys? Can you let me know in the chat? Please? While you're, that's right. Video clips. But more than video clips. I'm taking a little bit of ramble time right now, and I will use I know it's 3 minutes in, 3:06, 3:10, but I'd like to take a few minutes to once again paint the vision, because the vision with every week gets clearer and clearer and more crystallized and more real. The Octo content model who's excited about this whole process? Am I the only one? Because I'm building this with you all. I've never done, what you're about to see today, the things you guys see every week in our journeys, in our exploration journeys, are being done by me as well. So we're going to look back as we're all sitting on the beach, like it's I don't know, maybe a Laboom Squad vacation, a Laboomer vacation. And we'll be like, do you remember when the inception of the Octo content model, that's world famous today, that's a golden standard in the online personal branding world? Do you remember when we were all together on the inception of this thing? And we'll laugh about it because we are in fact live. We're live right now, but we're in the inception of it. If you're watching the recording, it is 2010. Oh, Jesus. I retract that statement. I'm only off by a decade. It's 2020. That was a lot of ramble, but I'm comfortable. I want to talk about something, a little tip, a tip to go. I like that, a tip to go, okay? We're doing video clips today, guys. It's not rocket science. And there is a process to it, and I'm going to do it. And the knowledge, if I only have so much ramble time, I'm going to use it properly. I'd like to talk about the hate chasm today. The hate chasm. Don't even bother looking that up. I made that up. But it's so appropriate. And I believe I'm going to take a sip of Rockstar. Yes, I'm having Rockstar. I'm cutting down on the vape because I know you care. And I'm trying to cut down on the energy drinks once again because I know you care. Cheers. I know we're on the right track because I'm noticing a lot of... Should I? I may be imagining things, but it feels like a lot of people and a lot of companies and a lot of really big organizations are copying us, are kind of doing what we're doing, and they're just announcing it. And it's like as soon as we announce something, it seems like some companies are doing them now. Now, I'm not getting, what is it? Get over yourself, Mark. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying my reticular activating system is full on. So who knows what the RAS is? The RAS means you're looking at the things. You see a ton of, here's a little lesson in case you didn't know. It's good to know, actually. When you focus on a goal, you focus on a dream, and you're so laser focused on success, it's a good one. Your end result, you never really know how to get there. You'll go through zigs and zags and peaks and valleys. But your reticular activating system is that your brain shuts out all the information. It hides it. It blurs it. And the information that's useful to your goal, that pops out. So like when I was actually in the process of shopping for my Ferrari, like not even kidding, I was like looking online and I'm like, well, now I'm going to buy one this last year. I'm buying my red Ferrari. And when I was doing that, everything I looked at, everywhere I looked, there's a Ferrari ad or, oh, that's pixel, that's retargeting. But I'd see one drive by, and I never see Ferraris drive by. And then another one would drive by, like off my balcony. Then another one would drive by. I'd see like 3 in a day. And prior to that, I wouldn't see one in a month. Now, here's the thing. Were they just appearing because of the law of attraction? No. They were always driving by. I just didn't see them because I was either thinking of something. My reticular activating system wasn't focused on a Ferrari. That's a real thing, by the way. So because my reticular activating system is so focused on what we're doing here, that I notice a lot of things. As a matter of fact, you know what's interesting? Is that my company, the Happy Drink Company, just like the week after I showed, no, not the week after, a couple of weeks after, enough time for them to develop it. And now I'm being full of myself. Their website, just out of the blue, looks exactly like our brand resume. I think they're actually using Wix as well. I think they're following us, and someone in that organization is a fan, or our content got out, or I think they just saw what we're doing and they mimicked it. The company, I'm going to show you a screenshot. You be the judge of that. And I love it. It's my reticular activating system, and it's just an insane coincidence. That's what I'll tell you guys, because I don't want to sound full of myself. But I don't know. It's just too exactly the same, and the timing is just so perfect. So assuming they didn't, which they didn't, we'll keep that out there. It's nice to know that we're on the right track, isn't it? If big multi-million-dollar companies are doing that. Now that's 10 minutes. We're going to, I need you guys to do this, please. One of these if you haven't done so already. We're drawing today. It's going to get a little creative on the drawing front. Now let's talk about the hate chasm really quick. You're going to get some hate along the way in your journey to success. And this is what will separate the men from the boys, the women from the girls. This is what will give you your breakthrough, actually. I think it's one of the biggest things. Who knows what a business chasm is? You could look that one up. Chasm, C-H-A-S-M, chasm. Seth Godin talks about it. Everyone talks about it. In business, it's a thing. It's a real thing. First of all, the odds of succeeding in entrepreneurship and in business are slim to none. Welcome to an entrepreneur in business webinar. They're slim to none. Just so you know, I'm putting it out there. 1/20th of 1% of entrepreneurs who want to be successful actually are. 1/20th of 1%, not 1%, 120. So you still want to stick around? How's that for a comforting statement? The good news is you're in the right place. I'm not the 1/20th of 1%. We're beyond that. We're smaller, and we're in a smaller segment. We're like the 1 millionth. We're in the 1 millionth. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. We're that elite, this group. Should I say why? I don't need to say why. What I will say is, I'm just letting you know, if you're here tonight listening to me, you automatically fall into that 1/20th of 1%. There's a lot of entrepreneurs who have absolutely no clue what they're doing. They're not even in the digital landscape. They have this whole mentality about, you're not going to be profitable for 5 years. I'm with that, but it's just, I better stop. Because we are in the 1/20th of 1%. Now, the business chasm works like this. You succeed a little bit, you succeed a little bit, you succeed a little bit, and then there's a gap. It's like a gap in a bridge. And if you can hop that gap, on the other side is the masses. So I haven't crossed the business chasm yet. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing very well. But when I cross that gap, the business chasm, when I cross that gap, I hit the masses. And you know what that means? That means it's over. You've arrived, and it's like you go global. You guys with me on that? That's the business chasm. Now, it's good to know that, because you have to break through that, or if you just succeed just in smaller group, it's going to become a job. It won't take off, and you won't be like stupid rich and stupid huge. That's what we all want, or you wouldn't be getting into business. Let's be real here. You don't want to just kind of succeed. So, okay, that's the business chasm. And if you're not willing to go past that chasm, you'll be working for the rest of your life. Okay, here we go. The hate chasm. I made that up. I believe it's the same thing, but I believe it's just as equally, if not more important, in our game of being an influencer or a public figure or making our voice larger to sell more stuff. The hate chasm is extremely real, and it is a chasm, which means once you get past that gap of initial hate, you're fine. Now, I need to explain. I'm going to do it real quick, but I think it's that important. I go through hate all the time. As a matter of fact, I get more hate than most. I do. I get more hate than most for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm over the thing about giving stuff for free. I think we all know that. That's how you get, you make the most money by giving the most for free. I think we know that at this point. That's a complicated webinar on its own to explain. But what I want to say is that I get the hate because I'm a spammer. Don't be a spammer. Don't be a spammer. I've detached myself from the outcome of others or opinions. I'm seasoned at that. So when I spam, I get hate. Do I spam? Yeah, I spam. Well, do I spam? I don't know. Someone sent me a message the other day and said, I just got 5 of your messages of the same message. I said, really? 5? He's like, yeah. I go, well, check your spam folder. I'm sure there's more than that. Okay, all kidding aside, even if you're a good person, I'm a good person, but even if you're not a non-spammer, even if you're if you're doing the right thing is always to do the right thing, by the way. Spamming is not hurting anybody. And I don't want you to spam. I don't do exactly what I do. I do some pretty aggressive stuff, which is why my Facebook's shut down, y'all. It's going to be back next week. We have to wait another week. Well, kind of. Well, I'll announce my new Facebook account next week. Fair enough? Then we could connect on Facebook once again. But you don't want to go through that, what I went through. So don't spam. My point is I get hate all the time. And the hate chasm I believe is the poison that makes most people quit. It is. When people hate on you, they can get personal. And they do. They really do. They'll hit you where it hurts. They can make fun of my nose all day long. They can make fun of my physical looks and my beer belly all day long. But the minute they make fun of my hair, it is war. They're going to hit you from all kinds of angles. They're going to hit you with things that have nothing to do with business. They'll say you're ugly. They'll say you're stupid. Oh yeah, hang on tight. Now, when I say there's a hate chasm, if you're willing to walk through that fire, you will succeed. If you're willing to walk through the initial flurry of hate, you probably don't have it yet because there's no jealous people coming after your neck or after your head. They're not going to surface until you start succeeding. And if they do, well, there'll be more. Okay? Now, when I say there's a chasm, what chasm means is once you cross it, it's all over and you're okay. Here's what I want to say about the hate chasm. It's not going to end. There will actually be more and more hate. But that chasm is your own mind. You will be so immune and you will giggle at it. As a matter of fact, it becomes invisible. It really does. I'm launching a new funnel for the happy drink, and I'm going through that chasm in that funnel. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Brace yourself, Mark. Go through that initial chasm because my company is going through some stuff and I just sell stuff. I don't get into the politics of any company, for the record. Like when people say, how good is your upline? I go, I don't know. I have no idea. Like I'm just selling stuff and I'm scaling. Well, don't you care about like if you get along with people? I'm like, no, I don't. As a matter of fact, when my upline calls me, I often say, stop calling me. Like, leave me alone. Let me build my business. It's an individual game for me. I like leading you guys, but I also want you to put on the leader hat and take responsibility. It's a whole other topic. What I want to say is that weather the hate, please, okay? It's going to come. I'm going through it now. And as I giggle through it silently, I don't go, I silently, I'm like, oh, here we go. I know the process of this. I've been there a million times. Let's get through it. Then my mind will be like, oh, it's just another one. Becomes a white noise. Whew. 20 minutes of ramble? That's okay. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you think. No, that was really useful. So now let's do some drawing, guys. Okay? We're doing video clips. Who's got their paper and page and who's got their pen and paper? Let's draw. Actually, you know what? We're pretty well going to screen share immediately, but there is something I want to. Who would like to see the crystallized picture as we move along? In other words, we're only doing two video clips for two platforms. We're only doing video clips for LinkedIn and Facebook. So you're going to ask yourself a couple of things. You're going to ask yourself, why only those two? What about Instagram? What about TikTok? TikTok, folks, don't get me. I wish we had time for TikTok. I'm doing a course on TikTok. TikTok is crazy. TikTok is the biggest opportunity today. I just found out though. So we don't have time to stuff it in. But what I'm saying is, why only Facebook and LinkedIn? And I'm going to give you guys the overall picture, kind of like a refinement of Oliver's octopus legs. Those of you who are on board with what we're saying here, to the different calls to action. I'm going to introduce two calls to action today, okay? We're going to draw it out. I don't want you to get overly concerned at this point. This is a glimpse of what's to come. It crystallizes the vision. That's all it's doing. It's like, this is what every week it becomes a little clearer. Wouldn't you guys agree? A little bit? I mean, we updated the auto content model. We're always refining as we move along. That's what I love about these. So, here we go. Should I redraw it? No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not. I drew it once. I was going to be the teacher because studies show, this will be interesting. It would be interesting to tell you guys this. Let me take a sip. I'm going to give you a little bit of secret. A couple of little secrets here. If you're going to be an educator, an educator, okay? Which you all will. It just comes with the territory. Leaders educate whether they think they are or they're not. The man with the marker makes all the money, or the woman with the marker makes all the money. When you are teaching, like me right now, if you do this, this is a real powerful tip to go. If you do this and go, screenshot everybody, let me explain. It's without that voice. It's extremely effective. If you just go take a screenshot and there you go, do what I said, that's not going to work. If you go like this, like I'm about to do, and go through it, that's better. But the best way to get someone for it to stick in, you want to redraw it in front of them. That's the third level, and the best one is have them draw it with you. Okay? It's going to stick in their brain more. You're drawing with them. There's so many psychological reasons to why people retain the information more and remember you as the person who taught them this. So that's what you should do. I should be going like this, and I should be, okay, let's draw one circle. Then I would literally go on like this and go video. Okay, one circle like this. That's what I should do. But because are you guys with me? That's a crazy tip. This is a good tip. That's a leadership tip. That's for all of you. You're all leaders. Now, I'm going to do the shortcut, okay? Because we're short on time. I love wrapping these suckers up in under an hour. I think it's better, and we don't need to be longer than an hour. Something about. Can I just say something to my happy people real quick? Since I have you here, since I know a lot of you are in the happy journey with me. If you guys see a lot of, and this is not a ploy to, well, it is a ploy to recruit those of you that are not in the happy drink journey. Get on in. It's a blatant pitch. No, this is not a ploy to keep you guys in that are already in. It's just when anything or anyone starts, if you leave because you see negative comments, that's okay. I still love you. But I want you to understand one thing. When people hate on a company or hate on something, or there you have it, that means we're doing something right. Okay? Okay, I think that's good enough. And number 2 is our ads got approved by Facebook. Finally. The dream since back in the keto days. You guys, some of you may remember, this is just out of the blue. I'm taking it to left field. I'll be right back. This is the left field. When I started the idea of putting Facebook ads to automated webinars and doing the auto recruiting, I had them working, but then Facebook shut down the ads. Ads weren't getting approved because it was weight loss, so on and so forth. Finally, just yesterday, our ads are, I found a way to get our happy ads approved on Facebook, and I kind of want to show you guys. Well, no, this is a whole other topic for my happy people. We're getting requests. I want more information. And they're coming in like, so all we're going to do is we're going to reply to them with an automated webinar that I will do. And then that's when you get your auto recruiting. And then we plug them in. That's all I want to say. I'm excited because it was a hell of a struggle. This whole auto recruiting thing in the wellness industry. It was a hell of a struggle. Those of you who know me, I've been beating my head against the wall. I got shut down by Facebook. Like, Facebook ads are the best for that kind of stuff, for auto recruiting. And we did it. We unlocked it. It's been unlocked just yesterday. So all those of you that have been saying, you know, when are we going to get this ad thing going in the funnel? We did it. We're there. Congratulations for sticking through. I'll be contacting every happy drink person on my team, and we're going to do something separate. Okay, there's my left field. So here's the diagram. Now we're going back into the content. I had to say it because I'm super pumped up. Now, take a screenshot, please, as I explain. There will be 2 different calls to action. Okay, let me grab this will be good right here, a pointer. Or some. This is old school. This is just this. So take a screenshot. This is the video, and this is the image, okay? These are the platforms: YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. The other platforms from the Octo content model are sound. We're not covering this when it comes to, you don't put video clips or you don't put images on the other platforms. Fair enough? Fair enough. And if you do it for cover art, we'll cover that then. But I just want to show you the CTAs, and this is just a vision of what's to come. Now, see the 10-minute video clip? 10-minute video clip here and here? Facebook and LinkedIn? That's what we're creating today. And all of the calls to action, well, let me go through the content itself. On YouTube, we're putting the full video. On Facebook, we're putting a video clip and a quote image, which is what we covered last week. On LinkedIn, we're putting a video clip, which we're creating today, and a quote image, which we created last week. On Twitter, we're putting a cover art, which we created last week. On Instagram, we're putting a quote image, which we created last week. On Instagram, no video. On Twitter, no video. On YouTube, no image. It's the cover art, okay? Now, a lot of people, I'm going to go back to the CTAs. A lot of you are saying, I know you are. I can actually predict who's going to say it. But you can put video on Instagram and you can put video on Twitter. Yes, you can. But we're not doing it for time constraints, and we're just not. Just like we're not doing TikTok, which we probably should find a way to get an extra week in here because it's a siphoning mechanism. We can't talk about it too much time. Not enough time. This is not enough time. So this is what we're doing today, and I want to talk about the CTAs, even though we're only doing that on week 12. But I want you guys to understand, because we got some eager beavers. You're going to do what you want anyways. You're going to go out and start putting calls to action. I say don't do it. If I don't do it, don't do it, but it's okay. Let's talk about the two different calls to action. There are two different calls to action that we will use. One of them will be going to your, I call them a generic call to action, which goes to your blog and all of your content. And I call the other one a specific call to action, which goes to your specific post. Won't get into it because we got to do some work. We're half an hour in, but take a screenshot if you haven't already, and let me tell you what goes where. There's reasons for everything here. There are methods to these madnesses. On YouTube, it's a generic call to action, which means under your YouTube video, you say, visit my blog for more value. On Facebook, it's a specific call to action under the video clip and a generic call to action, GEN, under the quote. So the quote will say, come to my blog for more value. The video clip, let me tell you about specificity. You like that word? Specificity. You'll be doing a video clip of, I'll do Roscoe the dog. It's actually Fear Feeds Fear, but I think I'm going to... That clip will also always be known to us as the Roscoe the dog clip. I just spit because it's funny and it's true. We remember, if I say, do you remember the Fear Feeds Fear video I made? Most people would be like, let me think. But if I said Roscoe the dog, oh yeah, I remember that one. So the Roscoe the dog clip, actually I should title it that way, probably get more views. The Roscoe the dog clip will go to not my blog, but will go to the Roscoe the dog blog post with the full video. Makes sense? I don't know if it makes sense, but it makes sense. I'm letting you know. So let's go here again. We'll do the same thing on LinkedIn. 10-minute video clip that will go to the full video. Specific call to action. The quote on LinkedIn, generic call to action. Twitter, no video. The cover art will go to the specific call to action in Twitter. The cover art, it's not quote, remember. Well, don't remember. This is the cover art. So this would be the Roscoe the dog cover art. Will go to the Roscoe the dog post. There's a method behind the madness. Instagram, the quote will go to your generic call to action. One more time, take a screenshot. Just watch the replay, guys. That was a glimpse of how everything's going to tie together. I just got to say this. as this octo content model is crystallizing, I'm beside myself. You guys ever hear right place, right time, right everything? This is it. Okay. What do you say we get to work? Okay, guys? We're getting to work. We're just clipping up those videos and we're putting a call to action in the video. I said in the invitation page that every video clip would have 2 calls to action. One of them is in the video, which will say to watch the rest of this video, click the link in the description. That's what we're doing tonight, okay? We're not doing the text call to action until the end when we do them all. Remember, we got to create a podcast. Next week is audio, guys. We're getting into the audio. So I hope you've been keeping up. Please let me know when you see my screen. And we're going to do those video clips. These are awesome. The best training I've ever done. For sure, Laboom Squad. Here we go. Please let me know when you see my screen, please. Hey, guys. Yes, I am live right now. I need to know if you can see my Word document, please. How's the sound on this mic, please? Okay, it's good. Thank you. Okay, guys. I'm going to try and control my excitement here, but this is such an advanced course. And let me say this real quick. The ramble needs to be to a minimum because did you guys enjoy when I struggled last week? Did you guys enjoy when I struggled last week in Canva? Did you guys like that? Well, there will be a little bit of struggle tonight as well, and I'm always a little uncomfortable when I do this stuff live, and I know what I'm doing this time, but it's a little long, it's a little complicated, so you will need to go through the replay more than likely. We're using a couple of disclaimers, okay? Let's go into the blog right now. Okay. Couple of Marc Lalonde disclaimers. Disclaimer number 1. We are using Wix and we are using Wix for the blog. Do you have to use Wix? No. Are we using Wix? Yes. Are we going to talk about other blogging platforms? No. Can you apply the concepts to other blogging platforms? Yes. Okay, was that clear? We're using Wix. We're only getting into blogging in 2 weeks, like setting up your blog. That's number 1. Number 2 is you're on a journey with me. We're on a journey together. So I'm always evolving and improving. Always, always, always. So if you look at a piece of content of mine from last year, and you look at a call of action of mine from last year, are we good? We're good, eh? I don't hear myself very well. Am I loud enough? Okay. I'm going to talk about the evolvement and the refining as we move along. I'm not much of a romantic type of guy. And I don't mean with the ladies. I mean romanticism of being tied to an idea just because I've always done it that way. I change things as I go along. Let me take a sip of water, please. If I'm changing things as I go along slightly, as in the wording of calls to action, as in social media icons on my blog, as in different little subtle differences, it's because it's for the better, okay? Does that make sense? So, because I know a lot of people may say, well, your call to action was worded differently, or you weren't going directly to a blog post before, or why are you using 2 images on your blogs now? Like, things are evolving all the time for the better, based on testing, based on observing, okay? Actually, I have an acronym I just came up with. Would you guys like to hear it first before I say it to Gary Vee? Before Gary Vee starts using it? It's called, what's it called? SOC? No, S-O-C, SOCA. S-O-C-A. Actually, let's type it in. This will be a new acronym for the Laboom Squad. This is valuable, actually. This is awesome. I learned this from doing, from learning things that I know nothing about and becoming an expert at them. For example, I'm going to crush it on TikTok soon. I have 8 followers right now, and I will get myself 10,000 followers in the month of March. I'm claiming that. I'm saying it right now. I will do a little video to declare that. And how am I going to do that? TikTok is open land, guys, by the way. TikTok is like a land grab. Those who know how to use TikTok and blow up their audiences on TikTok, they can siphon those people into their wherever they want. So that's a good example. In March, on the 1st of March, I will be dedicating 1 hour per day. That's it. 1 hour per day on TikTok. So it's not going to interfere with anything. I'm basically going to just take 1 hour out of every single day and apply it to learning TikTok because I know nothing about it. So how's a guy like me who knows nothing about a platform? I don't even know how to use the darn thing. With 8 followers going to go to 10,000 in 1 month. You want to know how? I'm going to SOCA. You guys want this acronym? Let's do it. This is just totally left field, but I will share it with you. SOCA equals S is search. O is observe. C is consume. A is apply. That's right. That makes a lot of sense to me. So that's a new acronym, and I generally have always done this, but when it comes to something completely new that I know nothing about and I want to become an expert in a month, search means I'm going to search everywhere for TikTok courses. I'm going to buy them all probably. I'm going to just purchase them. I'm going to invest in them. I'm going to observe what's going on out there with TikTok stuff. I'm going to consume the content. All of this for probably 1 full week before I even upload a video. Then I'm going to apply what I learned. This is what I'm doing. I love that acronym. That's what I'm doing. Why did I say that right now? I have no idea. But it popped into my head. So now, oh yeah, because when I do this, I always find new things, and that's why there's modifications. Whoa! How long was I rambling on there? 7 minutes? We have work to do. A lot of work right now. So we are creating video clips. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the my company website. I know they're not copying us, but I just want to say that it's funny how not only this is my company that I sell for. It's Ellepreneurs. Look at they just updated this the other day. Look at the font. It was completely different before. Look at our blogs, how they look. Look at the font. Look at the drop shadow. Look at the slides. As a matter of fact, I really do think they're using Wix. I really do. It's the same templates. So I just thought that was interesting. Whether someone's following us or not, but I think they are, to be honest with you. I think they have some people, because we're rocking it in here on this in this company, our team. So I thought it was interesting. What's your call on it? I'll go to the homepage. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? Do you think we're leading the way, or do you think it's just a coincidence? Think it's a coincidence? Their site looked nothing like this, by the way. Like absolutely nothing like this. This just changed 2 weeks after we uploaded this and did demos on it. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to go to the blog. Now let's go. Ready, guys? Fear feeds fear. That is the Roscoe video. This is the blog post. And as I just said in the call to action, remember we did this last week? There's the cover. We're going to go through the blog post, creating blog posts, of course, in 2 weeks when we start working on your blog. Now, this is so beautiful, guys. I mean, I could just sit here and watch this all day. As we populate this thing, whew, this is the brand resume. I mean, I just want to have a moment of silence and look at this thing. It's so accessible within a couple of clicks. And it's just so, this is just 3 articles. Imagine 100, 500. Jeez. Come on. This is it. This is it. You want to be a leader? I'm actually speechless. And I'm not rambling. I'm actually just looking at the beauty of this. And many of you have already gotten a jump start. You can do that if you like. I don't know if I should pop them up. I don't want to play favorites. I know several of you. I know for sure Brady and Carol, and I think a few more have already started. If you want to get your feet wet in it, it's in Wix. It's a blog theme. If you can put the theme down, Brady or Carol, I'm not quite sure what it is, but we're going to reveal it in a couple of weeks. Okay, let's go. We need to work in Camtasia. That was my second disclaimer. I said we're using Wix, right? Well, we're using Camtasia throughout this training. So once again, I'll say it again. If you are using something like another kind of video editing software, we will not be teaching that. Okay, guys? Fair enough? Fair enough? Fair enough? Camtasia is one of the best investments you can make if you're going to create video, or just no matter what. No matter what, if you want to run a business or you're an entrepreneur. Let's go. And why am I even selling this? You guys ready to work? I'm going to go to work. I'm a little nervous because it's going to be a little sloppy when I do this stuff live. I'm used to being in my dungeon by myself. So this is the initial video in Camtasia. What we have is we have the intro. Let me play it. It's 2 seconds long. You guys remember the format, right? Like a little 2-second clip. Well, I think it's more like 5 seconds to get the attention. A little intro. And then you run the video. So let me just run the beginning. Hey guys, being fearful can be physically dangerous. It can cause you bodily harm. How's that for a headline? I want to show you guys something. I'll let it play for a sec. Caution. Dog owners. This is in my condo. This is the sign that's up. Roscoe was just attacked by 2 dogs from 400 Britannia Road. One broke its leg and the other was free. Very scary. No injuries, thankfully. Okay. Roscoe got attacked before. He got attacked 3 times before. Roscoe is the most... Okay, I just want to show you guys. You see the little, the footer, the spinning, the lower third with my name? I like to pop that on whenever I start talking, or whenever my face shows up. Because I could have put Marc Lalonde when I was reading the sign. These are just little tips to go as I'm going along. Because I've noticed a lot of influencers do that. Sometimes their name will pop up if they're popping up right away. But sometimes they'll be doing a screen share at the beginning and their name doesn't pop up there, obviously, because they're not showing up. Just a little thing. Just a little tip. Now I'm going to go to the back of the video. And of course, we have the call to action. You guys remember that? Something to note. I know I say it all the time. So far, I hope I've been repeating this. This call to action is the same one throughout all the videos. I'm not going to play it, but it's the one that says... Watching or listening, I hope this... Basically, I hope you enjoyed the content, a little mini story. If you guys have been following through the Laboom Squad Octo content journey, you know what this is. And then the exit. So this is, or the outro. So this is our video that goes on our YouTube channel that in fact goes on our blog post, okay? So far so good. It's kind of a review so far. It's kind of a review. We haven't gotten to this point, but this is what plugs in. We did the cover art last week, for those of you that are just catching up. Now, let's go and let's turn this sucker into a video clip. Video clip is simple. It's going to go fast. I want to ask you guys, do you guys want me to go a little bit advanced here? Because if I go advanced, it could be good. You don't have to go advanced. If I go advanced, I'm going to screw some things up. And what do I mean by advanced? I mean, see the intro right here? I know it's really small at the bottom, but the intro is the attention grabber. It's 3 seconds or 5 seconds. Hey guys, being fearful can be physically dangerous. It can cause you bodily harm. How's that for a headline? I want to show you guys something. Okay, that part. What I like to do is I like to put captions on that. Hard-coded captions. That's an advanced trick. But I'll tell you something. It's worth its weight in gold for a video clip. Just for a video clip. If they're coming to your blog post, they're there to watch the whole video. Excuse me, more water. If they're coming to your blog post, let me just take a sip of water. I really haven't stopped. I haven't shut up. Well, what else am I going to do? Just sit here, right? So here we go. If you have captions here, the reason it's so valuable is because, oh God, it's like over 80% of people now. People seem to be getting less. Their attention is less and less and less with every year. Like 2 years ago or a year ago, about a year ago, it was like 72% of people do not turn up the volume on videos. So they just see a talking head. And unless they're not going to know what the video is about, they don't read the description. It scrolls down their timeline. So if you have captions at the beginning of what I just said, that's enough to get their attention and keep watching and turn up the volume. Because what happens is, I like to do it this way. I put captions all in the intro. This thing goes. Then there's no more captions. So if this got their attention, they'll turn up the volume. Make sense? Now my question to you is, we're just going to clip the video and add a call to action here today to turn it into a video clip. But do you want me to do the captions tonight? Want me to show you how I do them? Now, because I don't want to scare you guys, but hey, if you're going to go to that, if you have Camtasia, and maybe you won't want to do it, yeah, why wouldn't you want to? I mean, why not give it your best, right? If you're gonna go for it all the way. Yeah, hell with it. I'm doing them. Okay, you guys down? It'll be a little longer because I'm nervous. I'm not nervous. It's just I'm not a professional video editor yet, and just like I'm not a professional image guy, like you noticed last week. Okay, so first things first, you don't want to edit your original project. You want to save it as. So I did a save as already. What I did was my Fear Feeds Fear video, the one that goes on YouTube. If you guys are confused, let me know in the chat, okay? And if you guys want to help each other out, that's awesome too. Because now we're at the point where we just need to move forward. We can't go back too much because we're going faster and faster every week. So this is what we'll take the voice clip from. Yes, next week. Next week we're doing the audio. We're stripping the audio next week. So it's getting super exciting. Oh, I do not like that still of me. Let me just switch here. I don't like any of these stills. Okay, these live things, I'm telling you. So now what I want to do is I want to clip this video on the saved as version, because you want to keep your original. So I saved it as another Camtasia project and I called it video clip. Okay, now what I want to do is our maximum time is 10 minutes. This is very, very important what I'm about to say here. This video is less than 10 minutes. So would I put the whole video since it's less than, what do you guys think? I'll tell you what the correct answer is, and it's unanimous. I mean, it's unanimous. There is a right and there is a wrong. The right is you want to cut it off. You want to cut it off. Even if you leave them hanging with 5 minutes left. Even if you can upload the whole thing. Remember, this is going to LinkedIn and it's going to Facebook. That's it. This video clip. LinkedIn and Facebook. So, why do you want to cut it off? Because you want them to go to your blog to watch the rest of the video. For the people that watch it up to a certain point, they watch it up to a certain point. let me try to explain the psychology of this from what I understand it to be, and actually I'm correct on this because it's a fact. How about that? I'm correct because it's a fact, because I say so. If people watch you that long, if people watch you 5 or 6 minutes, they're in it. They're in the video, or they wouldn't be at the 5 or 6 minute mark. Would you agree on that? Like if they sat there for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 minutes, they're going to watch the whole video. They already invested that much time in your video. And if they don't, they don't. So here's my point. When they get to that 6 or 7 or 8 minutes, if the video ends, they're going to watch it anyways. But if it's all on the platform, well, then you don't get them in your custom audience. So you want to cut them off intentionally. You want to make them go click the link. You want them to click the link in the description. Because I know that I used to do it. Here's a good reason for me getting better results. I used to put the whole video, I used to force myself to make the video under 10 minutes. And whenever it was under 10 minutes, because that's the limit on LinkedIn, I used to say, yes, under 10 minutes, we are good. I'm uploading the whole thing. But it's not good because they don't come to your blog. They're not just, a lot of them do actually. If they like the video, my call to action used to be very general and say, if you'd like more content, come to, it would be basically what I say at the end of this call to action, but now I force them, okay? So let's do that. Let's force them. Then I'm going to add some captions at the front just to show you. So I'm going to pick a good spot at around, see this ends at 7.5 minutes. So I'm going to see a good spot to cut it off, something compelling. Usually I like to do it mid-sentence. Let me listen here. Let's all listen here. I made a decision. I'm a pretty big guy. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows me. I'm a pretty big guy. I had 2 choices. I can either show my real emotions, which were, pardon my French, which were scared shitless, or I could be fearless. Oh, that's good. I'm going to cut it off there. Or I could, and I'm going to cut it off right there. I'm just expanding the sound waves so I could cut it off at the right spot. Pardon my French, which were scared shitless, or I could be. There we go. I could be fearless. Be fearless. There we go. I got it. Just picking it at the right word. I could blank. To continue to watch the rest, it's because I'm basically, what it appears that I'm saying is, I could have been what I always was, but instead I could do this. I could do this, and I cut it right there. I like to do that. That works extremely well. Instead of just cutting it randomly, pick a spot. So I'm going to cut that off just like that. Cut. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to shrink it. Now, I'm not going to explain every little thing I do because Camtasia, as many of you know, right, Tammy? It takes a little bit of work. When I meet with you guys, we can figure this stuff out together. You know that, eh? When I meet with you one-on-one, we can figure this out together. Tammy and I did it. It was awesome. Right? It was Tammy. It was funny. We were on her, I don't know if I'm not going to say too much about our conversations, but we were in the, right? Would you like me to go in depth, Tammy? She was on her, Tammy was on her back porch or backyard, and we were literally pointing the phone at the laptop figuring this stuff out. So when you have me, use me, okay, guys? So I'm just going to delete this, and let's see how that ends up. It ends up like this. Well, that's beautiful. Let's do it. So they're watching it, and which were scared shitless, or I could. Beautiful. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this call to action. Let me show you guys. Get rid of that. Okay, so the CTA at the end of the video clip is you can watch the rest of this video by clicking on the link in the description. Beautiful. And then you can also check out my entire content library or ask me anything by using Ask Lalonde in the search. I've modified this, if you've noticed from my past posts, because this is going directly to the blog post now, not to the blog in general, so they can actually see the actual video. Because there was a lot of frustration. People have contacted me quite often and said, I was trying to watch the rest of your video, but it just sent me to your blog in general, and I couldn't find the video. So that's absolutely correct. I screwed up. That was not a good method. This is something you find out by feedback, really. It just makes more sense to go to the video itself, doesn't it? So that's what I changed. This is going to be what we're going to put in right now. And then on week number 12, when we go on all platforms, when when Oliver spits out all the content, this is what the call to action will be for these video clips, okay? So I don't refer to Facebook. I don't refer to LinkedIn. They both work with the hashtag in the search for your whole content library. You guys with me? Am I going too fast? Like, I'm just asking, because this is so clean right now. I'm really passionate about this because it's so clean, it's direct, it's simple to the user. So this will be in the video. We're going to put that in right now. I'll copy it right now. And this will be in your description. And it will say you can watch the rest of this video at, let me click, well, it goes right here. This is the blog post that goes right here to Roscoe. And there it is. Okay.
Hey guys.
Make sense? Does the flow make sense? It makes complete sense, right? And then this is also, I repeat this in the CTA on the post on social media with the video clip we're creating right now. This is all coming together, isn't it? Isn't this all coming together? I mean, I'm blown away by next time I create once we're all done the Octo content model and you get used to doing this flow, if you're telling yourself, but that's so hard. It's going to be hard, yes, in the beginning, but then it's going to be like tying your shoelaces. I promise you. You'll be like, oh, just another week, just another video. You're going to do this stuff in 2 hours, 1 hour, maybe. You'll be able to hire someone to do it for you if you choose to. I'm actually enjoying doing it right now a lot. I'm enjoying doing this. Yeah, maybe it's not the wisest move, but I think it is. I think it's good to do it yourself, especially in the beginning. And you get to write your own blog and you get more passionate about it. This is your baby. This is your online. This is everything. Okay, let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to go back in Camtasia. What I do is I go annotations. You guys, there are designers out there. I said this last week. I'll say it again this week. I'm not a designer. I'm not really good at this stuff. So you can hire someone too if you want. It's up to you. So I just dragged a text box there. I'm going to expand it to the size of the window. I'm going to double click the text. I'm going to paste what I copied. I use the keyboard, so I go Control C, Control V. There it is. I'm going to make that bigger. I'm going to use my font, I'm going to use my font since I'm doing this for keeps. This is for keeps. Like I'm doing this for my brand right now in front of you, with you guys. This isn't just a test. This is really like you're at work with me. I like Techo Bold. That's my choice. Then I'm going to go large. Boom. I'm going to just be a little more visual. Well, visual, I mean more. Just want it to look nicer. To me, it looks nicer. I'm not a, typography major, but it looks better if it's a line break would be here. To me, it looks better. Maybe shrink that a little bit. It's a little too big for my taste. There we go. That looks a little better for me. There you go, like this. this is just where you say aesthetics. You can watch the rest of this video by clicking on the link in the description. That's perfect. You can also check out my entire content library or app. This is perfect. This is what you need to do. Now, I like to extend this sucker a long time, if you haven't noticed in the past. Like, literally almost like 20 seconds. So it'll go like this. Let's look at what that looks like. I'm a pretty big guy. I had two choices. I can either show my real emotions, which were, pardon my French, which were scared shitless, or I could... You can watch the rest of this video. Oh, you know what you can do? You can get Alexa to say it too. What? Yeah, you can get Alexa to say it. Or you can say it. You can watch the rest of this video by clicking on the link in the description. You can also check out my entire content library or ask me anything by using the Ask Lalonde hashtag in the search. That is hashtag ASKLALOND. That's cool. I'm going to do that. Sorry, guys. That just came out. Why am I not saying that? I'm talking in the whole video anyways. And plus, it's my personality and it's... Let's try that again. French, which were scared shitless, or I could... You can watch the rest of this video by clicking on the link in the description. You can also check out my entire content library or ask me anything by using the Ask Lalonde in the search. I would redo that by using hashtag Ask Lalonde in the search. That's hashtag ASKLALONDE. I'll see you guys on the inside. Okay, cool. No, I'm just playing here because we are in fact really working together. What I will do is, I don't want to use up too much time on colors, but I have a brand color. So since we're all here together, let's do a little more work, shall we? Just switch that to white, which is F. And then I will switch the background, which is up here, to my brand color, which is C2912C. No, that's not it. That's my gold. I want my red. My brand colors are red and gold. That is my gold. C520. I'm reading them. I have them on Post-its. I should remember these. It's only 6 digits. Boom. Ah, that's gorgeous. There you go. If you have your own little brand logo, you can add that. And guess what? We did it. So here's what I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys how I do the captions in the beginning. Do you want to see that? I know we're over the hour. I mean, what are you going to do, right? Or do you want to, or is that too advanced? I'm going to do it quick to show you. All I do, guys, is I take this, I copy this whole thing. I bring it to the front. I'm going to expand this. Now this is a little more complex, but not really. It's the same technique. I'm going to paste that here. I'm just going to cut it like this because well, here, I'll show you how it works. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to work fast. Okay, so let's say that's it. All I do is I bring this down like this. I bring this up like this. In case you guys ever wondered how I do this. I do it like this. When I put it up top, I probably put this one up top because my mouth is here. No, I put it at the bottom. I'll put it at the bottom because that's more standard. Now what I do is I clip where the sound waves are here. You see at the bottom? I go here and I clip. So I clip like this. And whatever that text is. So let's listen to what I say. Hey guys, being fearful. So hey guys, being fearful. So that can go. I'm just going to work fast here. So I was breathing there. That wasn't words. Hey guys. Hey guys. So I'm going to cut it here. Being fearful. Being fearful. I'm going to cut it here.
Can be.
Can be. So what I do is, I'm going to do these now. I select this. I go up here. And I say, hey guys. So I'd say, I go like this. I go, hey guys. If you think this is long, it doesn't take long. And then here I said, being fearful. I'm just typing these out, guys. There's no software doing this.
Full can be physically dangerous.
Can be. And I'll show you how that looks once it's done.
Physically.
Physically
dangerous.
So I'll go like this. You guys see what I'm doing? You guys like working with me? Who wants to come to my place and work with me all day long? This is all I do, stuff like this. While my funnels are going. Okay. So let's look at how that looks.
Hey guys, being fearful can be physically dangerous.
Okay, now admit you're this is friggin' awesome. Just what we did here tonight is better than 99.9999999% of the marketers giving it a shot out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to go back up to the top, and when I'm up here, you see the opacity setting. If I bring that down, look at my bar where the text is. See it go down in transparency? I like to bring that down to about 60, so I could see my mouth behind if it does cover it. So let's look at how that looks.
Hey guys, being fearful can be physically dangerous. It can cause you.
That is so awesome. And look how much I did in like a matter of minutes, and look how much there is to do. Just a couple more lines of text. And just by doing that little extra work, wow, this was an awesome night. This was an awesome night. I'm sorry, I'm just really... I wish I met a guy like Marc Lalonde when I started out to show me this stuff. I'm enjoying myself because this is... I really hope some of you really use this stuff and do the work, because it's hard. It's hard if you don't know what to do. A lot of yous may say, this is hard, but what does the behaviors mean, or what does how do I get that in a different font, or how do I move it up a little bit, or all those little details you're going to learn as you go. Oh my God, is it bingo night? I just noticed. That was a joke. Bingo night. You know, I live in a condo with a bunch of senior citizens. And when you see bingo night, there's the yoga in the pool. That was just my shiny object for the night. So guys, this is it. This is your homework for tonight. We covered a lot of weird stuff tonight, but it was amazing. And I'm really happy with it. And remember, the hate chasm ain't nothing but a thing, okay, guys? Because I know I'm going to conclude with this tonight, because I like keeping these short. Who's excited? Like, every week I get more and more excited. So I'm going to say this. Since we did talk about the hate chasm tonight, there's something that's really coincidental, is that the Octo content model will happen to be the launcher, the rocket launcher for many of you. And you are the rocket. Is going to launch many of you really, really, really fast. And what's going to come with that? Yes, the hate, the jealousy. Though there will be a lot of jealousy. I can even give you some names. I mean, I'm not going to give you some names, but I already know some leaders from different, let's say, how can I be politically correct? Different systems or different places or different schools of education. I just got to be careful. There's going to be leaders that will come after your head. They will. They won't like it one bit, because we're going to be so omnipresent. They're going to say, oh no, not another La Boomer. Jesus. Because, come on, we're value providers. And we'll be everywhere all the time. Oh, Jesus. Hey. They call it, it's business. It's business. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to slow down on succeeding? just because we don't want to be number one? Is that what we're going to do? Slow down? No, we're not. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Let's go to the top together, okay? Do the work. Next week, guys, we are covering the voice. You know what's going to be the best part of this whole thing? As you do these little baby steps, or on top of baby steps, on top of baby steps, on top of baby steps, when this is all done, you will be a master at your craft. And it only took 12 weeks. Now you're going to have to practice your craft. It's like you're getting your law degree. Now you're going to have to practice being a lawyer. And when you take clients on, I promise you, their jaws are going to drop. Okay? Have an amazing Thursday, guys. And I'm going to upload, we're going to get this replay right in the private group right now. Okay, guys? Within the hour. No, you know what? Within the hour, it will be up there. Fair enough? Okay, guys. I'm out of here. Have an amazing Thursday. Love you all. See you next time. Bye-bye.